I bet you've heard about rice and beans, but have you heard about pasta and beans? This is pasta e fagioli. I feel a little bit sick, so I'm really craving a hearty one-pot pasta stew or soup. It's really the perfect blueprint to make a pasta and bean dish. You start off by making a simple sofrito, and you know what that means. If you don't, let me show you. It means finely cutting white onions, carrots, and celery. We will saute them at the start and lay the foundation for the flavor building in this dish. Make sure to cut them equal sized so that they can caramelize and cook evenly. At this stage, also chop and reserve some garlic for later. We are going to heat up some olive oil in a pot and start by sauteing our sofrito. I'm gonna add a touch of salt to help soften the vegetables. Next, I'm gonna add some garlic and a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm gonna stir to dissolve it. This is an incredible flavor base for our one-pot pasta dish. So these are the beans we're going to use. These are fava beans. Feel free to use any other beans you have on hand. You can use chickpeas, you can use white beans. You can also use dried beans, but make sure to boil them beforehand. Now it's time to add the beans to the pot. Some vegetable stock. And I'm gonna add a touch of black pepper. I just got enough liquid to cover the beans and the stuff. Now I'm gonna bring it to a slight boil. And we are going to add some fresh herbs. I got some fresh rosemary and some bay leaves right here. But you can choose whatever you like. Also use some thyme sprigs or you can use some basil leaves. Feel free to use what you have on hand. We are going to add some more passata, about 200 grams, a touch more salt, and we're gonna keep it simmering for about 5 minutes. This step is optional, but this will help to thicken the sauce. Take a few ladles of the sauce out of the pot and blend it until smooth. You can also blend some of the sauce directly in the pot. Now, this is the pasta shape I'm recommending, so try to find some smaller ones. I got some small rigatoni-like pasta here, and this is what I'm gonna add to the pot now. Cooking the pasta in the sauce will make them absorb the sauce and its flavors. Also, the starch will act as a natural emulsifier and make the sauce stick to the pasta. Just make sure to occasionally stir the pot once in a while and give your sauce a little taste. Salt levels are good. I'm gonna need a little bit more black pepper. Keep cooking until they are al dente and simply serve it on a plate or bowl. Don't forget to take out any unwanted herbs and finish with a drizzle of olive oil. Give it a little taste. Cooking the pasta in the sauce is perfect because it really soaks up all those delicious flavors we built earlier. This is so comforting. When people think about noodle dishes, they mostly think about pasta from Italy or all the kind of different noodles in Asia, ramen or any stir fry. But there is actually a pasta dish from the US, specifically from Louisiana, which is influenced by the Cajun cuisine. I'm gonna show you how to make Cajun mushroom pasta. We're gonna start with the most important thing, and that is the Cajun seasoning. Add 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika to a bowl. Add 1 tablespoon each of salt, garlic powder, chili powder, oregano and thyme, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now we need to do some chopping. Take any mushrooms you want. I use the button mushrooms, but oyster mushrooms also work perfectly. Leave them as they are or cut them how you like, as long as the pieces aren't too small, because we still want to have some bite to them. Also dice an onion, bell pepper, and finely mince some garlic cloves. And yes, this dish will be garlic heavy, so maybe don't do that on a date. So I got my pan on a high heat. First, with no oil, I'm gonna add my mushrooms and start to fry them. Make sure the pan is not overcrowded so that they can cook evenly. You can just let them sit for a while. Mushrooms are actually pretty durable, so just stir occasionally. When the mushrooms look kinda brown, I'm gonna lower the heat to medium and add some olive oil, plus the chopped vegetables. We are also going to add half of our Cajun seasoning mix. For more depth of flavor, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of tomato puree and stir it in. When the tomato paste has dissolved and caramelized nicely at the bottom of the pan, we're gonna deglaze with a bit of vegetable stock. Now let's talk about the creamy part of the sauce. Usually you would just add some cooking cream or some heavy cream. If you have vegan cooking cream alternatives, you can use that, and you can also use some coconut milk. But I soaked some cashews in hot water and I'm gonna blend that and use that instead. This is perfect. Besides providing more fat, the cooking cream also balances the saltiness and smoky, spicy flavors in the dish so far. When it starts to bubble, we're gonna add the rest of our Cajun seasoning. Don't forget to add some nutritional yeast for some more cheesy, nutty, and umami flavor. At this stage, I'm also gonna start to boil my pasta, so I'm gonna heavily salt a pot of boiling water, and I'm gonna add my pasta to the pot. To finish the sauce, we're first gonna give it a little taste and decide on the seasoning. I like it. I don't think it needs anything because we're gonna finish it with some fresh lime juice. We're just gonna squeeze that in. This will cut through all those rich and spicy flavors in the broth and brighten it up. Plus a handful of parsley. Now just stir it in. So the pasta is pretty much al dente, so you already know the drill. We're gonna finish cooking it in the sauce. And that is our creamy pasta done. Let's give it a little taste. Cajun seasoning really stands out. It's spicy, it's rich. I like it.